recording, good. See how long that battery and memory lasts. And so as soon as I hit OK, you can get started. You can get started.
Okay, so this is CSA update number 3, and this is our Gantt chart that we made in the beginning just to see where we are. Right now we're about halfway through. This week is the third week of the semester, so we're right in the middle of things. And on the left is all the tasks that we, in the green, it's the tasks that we should have theoretically have done by now. The smiley faces show the tasks that we definitely have done, and in the red are the tasks that we are going to start as of this week. And so looking at this now, you can see that some things have kind of changed a little bit. Like the size, we're supposed to be looking at that, starting that now, but we already have that done. And we are supposed to have the staff figured out already, but we haven't really looked at that yet. And the farm stand, we haven't really touched that yet, so those will probably be the things we'll be looking at next. So that's kind of the general overview of where we are.
Is it working now?
So just press the button.
Yeah, press the one that you can't tell. There, it did work. Okay, there's a small lag there, sorry.
So this is what we did this week. We had a meeting with Stephanie on Friday, and it was very helpful for talking about financial stuff. So she generally gave us some ideas about where to go from here. So we talked about funding, and we're going to look at New York State grants. And then she gave us an idea of what to do with staff. We're going to try to look at high school kids to staff, because one, they would have variable hours and they wouldn't be as expensive, and they would probably be more willing to do this kind of work on a farm. For crops, we're going to look into pre-booking crops, so they would probably be a lot cheaper if you order them a year in advance. We're also going to look into insurance for crops, which we didn't really know that was a thing until we talked to Stephanie. And then for materials, we're going to consider donations for tools and look at what they already have for the community garden right now. And we also started an Excel spreadsheet with all the crops that we're looking at, which is this is a screenshot of the spreadsheet we have right now. We basically took a list of 20 or 22 crops that we thought we might want to put in the CSA, and we're going to be looking at the amount per crop that we need, the price, the area that we would need in the garden, how long it would take to harvest the crops, and all sorts of variables for a 20-week CSA with 10 families and 1 pickup date per week. So this is basically all the information that we're going to put into the Excel spreadsheet, and then from there we're going to look at which crops would be most beneficial for the CSA to have, and then pick. We're not sure how many crops we're going to have yet, but we're going to pick based on which crops would be the most beneficial. Some challenges so far. Breaking even while keeping the CSA small. That was a challenge we had before, but it's still going on. We need to find where in scaling up the CSA what the break-even point would occur, so that the CSA wouldn't go bankrupt. And also, we're going to be looking at choosing crops, and out of the Excel spreadsheet, which ones would be the most beneficial. This is challenging because lots of sources have different information, so we need to make sure we get the correct data. The plan for the upcoming week is to finish gathering all the information in the spreadsheet by Friday, so that we can meet and talk about what crops we actually want to put in the CSA, and probably run that by Rebecca. And then from there we can create a schedule of harvesting and planting crops to make it more realistic for Zenda. And then we're going to start looking at New York State grants. Are there any questions?
I got one, you can clap anytime, but I got one comment or concern or consideration, I don't know where it sits there, maybe it's a question. And it's just from my observation from the CSA I belong to, that my farmer is planting seed, he's ordering seeds now and planting stuff in his greenhouse, so that when it comes time to actually have a harvest June 1st, you have to start inside, like in March. So make sure that's in your operational plan.
Yeah.
That there's stuff that happens that's not in the soil that has to happen for, even to have a first CSA pickup June 1st might be a little aggressive.
Yeah.
I know our first pickup is like mid-June because he doesn't have enough crop, it doesn't have enough for us in that basket to make it worth $100 miles. And so the timing of that first, in fact, he sometimes waits and doesn't announce when that first pickup is to knows how the growing season's going. So just keep in mind there probably needs to be a little flexibility, and maybe 20 weeks might be a little aggressive, just because if you start late, it might be closer to 15. You might want to run numbers between 15 and 20, so that's just from my personal experience.
Kind of echoing that, just make sure you look at like when harvest dates are. So like some things will do really well in the beginning and the end of the summer, and some things will do really well in the middle of it. And so then maybe like even making that a column too, make sure that you always have like some crops coming.
Yeah. We'll look into that.
Other?
Considering like preference shy customers in terms of crop selection.
Yeah, we're gonna actually talk to the marketing team about putting a question in the survey or something about like what crops would be in the most demand for Clayton.
And how do you weight that if that's more important than financial information?
Yeah.
Up to you guys to decide.
A lot of work, a lot of good work. Great, thank you. All right, next, trail documented notes. Hiking trail. Let me take me a second or two to change this around. Document trail status. Thank you for naming your files easy so that I can find them. So can start off with some of them. And theoretically, that should work.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, that's the button that has no arrow.
Right.
I've worn it up.
So, trail status update 3. So one of the things we were looking into are our possibilities for the parking lot. We sort of nailed down our size a bit more. We think it'll be about 2,500 square feet. That's for 10-ish spaces. We've also been looking into things like permeable surfaces. So there's this kind of product where you lay them down, fill with gravel. It's better for runoff and environmental conservation, yada yada. So we're still waiting for this company for a price estimation.
Do you feel Phil, I'm sorry to interrupt you in the middle, but
Yes.
is that gravel that goes in the middle?
Yeah, like a crushed
like a crushed stone in the middle?
Yeah. And then so asphalt's like $275 a square foot, and crushed stone itself is about $2 a square foot. It's definitely cheaper, and has its own qualities that we're looking into. We've also been looking into the bird blind. So we're planning on building. We're planning on building 2 or 3 bird blinds. We're definitely gonna have one reachable by our ADA section of the trail, and that will likely be the largest. And then there's also different pricing depending on what kind of bird blind you build. So there were some that we found that like made out of recycled porta potties, which are only $50. Or we're also going to look into like a shed-like structure, which is about $500, depending on the kind you go for. And yeah, like I said, the largest will probably be on that ADA trail. And then we've done more mapping. So we've sort of defined our requirements for the trail. We want to avoid major slopes, avoid mud, so drainage is important. And we call it the ruins. There's like an old building foundation that's really dangerous, and rusty nails and glass and whatnot. So we're gonna avoid that. And then our ADA section will be relatively short. It'll go to the tower and the 1 bird blind, and then we'll have a secondary trail that'll go beyond. So this is what we've done so far. We essentially are gonna go from the parking lot up in the corner there to the triangle, which will be wherever the tower happens to be, somewhere in that vicinity. And then to the circle, which will be the first bird blind and the largest. And that trail went through our system to avoid slopes and mud and things like that. I believe that's the end. Yeah. So, any questions? That's
What's a bird blind?
it's like essentially just a 3-sided structure so that you can walk up, and then there's a slit in it so you can see the birds, so you can walk up without spooking the birds, and you can see them but they can't see you.
And they're more willing to come land because they see just structure instead of people.
Yeah, they're usually camouflaged.
Porta potty, really.
Well, you know, if you're a hunter, you know exactly what bird blind is, so you can attract birds and not be seen, and then you get to shoot whatever tasty meal you're looking for. And then I want to ask you, like, when it comes to the location of the bird blinds and any infographics, be sure your team is consulting Tom Langan.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to him actually.
We're setting up a-
We're setting up a meeting right
Good,
now. to
good,
talk
good,
about
good,
that.
good. Because he's your resource.
Yeah.
Clearly. All right, excellent.
I was just gonna say, when you're building the parking lot, make sure you consider, if it's gonna be an ADA accessible trail, then make sure you have handicap spots in the parking lot as well, and make sure that that's suitable for that.
Yes?
This is very silly, but just with the bird blinds too, I was just wondering if there'd be like an opportunity, I guess it might be marketing, to like be able to take seeds with you, like a little bag of seeds, so you can, no, okay.
Maybe not.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's very.
I don't know.
It's always sometimes it's always
Yeah, and I don't even know whether, with keeping it in natural habitat, if it's not bringing seeds in, you could be
Oh.
bringing in invasive. Because like my
It's like you don't, it's like you don't
It's
feed
also
the
not
bears.
good for the birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll probably even have to, there might be signage just to the opposite, that please don't
Please don't.
feed it.
Okay.
For all I don't know if, that would be something we're talking to professionals.
Well,
you
he
know.
probably doesn't want you to give the birds seeds.
Yeah. It's
I just thought it'd be kind of fun.
It would be.
But-
Attract pigeons. Any other good point on the ADA? No, I don't know, and maybe it's worth on the parking lot issue. If you don't mark any spots, do you have to designate a?
Yeah, like
You know,
the lot they have right now is just sort of a gravel
Just a
area.
gravel, so you may get away with it by, you know, as long as the trail's accessible effectively from anywhere in the parking lot and it's all flat.
Yeah.
There's not like you're not putting curbing in or things that would affect it, but you're making a good point. Other comments, concerns? Good, this is great to get this dialogue. Thank you very much. You can clap if you'd like. All right, so this one is the weekly, you pass the programming, right? There we go. Cool. And as far as I know, everything's gonna work, but you might want to just double check your clicker, so the button that has no symbol on it. Okay? You're all set?
Okay, this is our weekly update 3. So I guess we're gonna clear the air to start off. We had some problems with the difference between short-term projects and long-term projects. So we have probably a million ideas of what we could do, ways to bring in money, ways to bring in people right now, and ways to bring in people later. The summer camp thing is not something that we were, like, we should implement it tomorrow. Like, this is something in the future that we can do. And so just deciding, like, what we can do now / what we can do in a year / what we can do in 5 years has been kind of a communication problem that we've been having. Additionally, just like working with other groups, we started working with the marketing team a lot, and we're gonna start reaching out to other teams because we want to put like cute little activities in what you guys do to attract kids. Okay, so one of our ideas is like to do a scavenger hunt. So the kid comes to Zenda and they get a pamphlet, and then each of the different stations they'll have to go find something, and once they find it, they can have like a little stamp or so. So like they can go to the creamery, they can go to the trails, and that would get them to all of the aspects of the farm while also making it fun. Another idea is that we could make games within those pamphlets too. We think that the environment is a big talking point that we should be promoting with these kids. So to do like cute little games in these pamphlets that have to do with the environment, such as like crosswords and stuff. And then also, I know Charlie brought up the storybook idea to just start doing signage in the garden, in the birdwatch area. We talked briefly about maybe doing like a butterfly garden and having cute little informational signs that kids can go around and see and learn about while they're going around the farm. And then there's also just a bunch of like cute little games that are really easy to make, to have like little stations. There's a lot of picnic tables that I've done to make like, to set up different stations like every week that either can be you just put it down and no staff has to touch it, or something that staff can touch, like a watercoloring station or stuff like that. And then going off that, it's just more like arts and crafts ideas. There's so many cool things that you can do. Like you can literally have kids paint rocks, and they love that kind of stuff. And and like make bracelets. And it sounds dumb, but when you're 5, like it's a great time. So then just like putting stations around the farm so that kids have to travel all the way around and spend time there. And so that's just some of our ideas. And then for future work, we're going to start designing the natural play area. This is also kind of a barrier. We want something that people actually want to go to, but we kind of want it to fit the theme of Zenda. And then working with the marketing group more to figure out more programming ideas. That's it. Is there any questions? Yeah.
For a lot of the activities, were you thinking of having them out like the whole time, or maybe like every other weekend for a few hours or something?
Well, I think it would depend. Like when I was thinking about the scavenger hunt idea, if you guys have ever been to the Wild Center, which you should definitely go and Timberlake, they have like stamping things, like hole punches almost, so you could just keep those there. And so that way, like the pamphlet could be something constant that no one has to touch. They just get it when they come in. But then like the arts and crafts tables could be more like during weekends where someone can kind of watch it to make sure that it stays maintained, and then you can switch that out. So I guess it would depend on like, in a few years it would be more than now. So it just depends on the staff.
Just a couple things to think about, especially, you know, we live in a world of you know, phone. Everyone, even kids have some sort of electronic smart device, and maybe some of that can be, you know, on your, you know, not paper, and then figure out, you know, somehow if you an app on the phone, you go to Zenda, you download this game, and you start it there or something. I don't know. At least the framework of that. We may not have the right people here to design that, the actual electronics. What's that? I know. I haven't heard Xander. Actually, we might have another plan for Xander. Who knows? We talked to the intervention meetings about Xander. So we won't throw everything on Xander, but he might be our linchpin.
Have you ever heard of like ski orienteering?
What orienteering?
Ski orienteering. It's like something you do on ski, but like it's like similar to the like scavenger hunt thing, but instead of like having like a stamp, it's like a punchy thing. So like it's and there's like different punches at different stations.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like it's literally like this metal thing. It's like it's there. It's not moving. But it's like cute. Like it can be like a flower. It can be like a cow. Like it's not a whole punch. And then you like.
So if you wanted to like find
like an embosser,
little
maybe I don't. It's
like a whole bunch, but a certain shape.
Yeah, but like it's in the table. Like it can't move. Like you can't steal it.
and no one can cut their hands on it if they hit the lever. It's safe, too.
Right.
Well, you know, if that's what we're going with, we should probably have a design or something envisioned for what that might look like and a price on that and all that good stuff. If that's what we're recommending.
Does anyone know what that's called? Okay. Yeah.
I was just want to say, if you want to keep like the hole punchers like on the cheaper side, you could always just do like a sort of like stencil that you like just screw on and then you just trace it with a pencil.
Yeah, but then you can do it at any single hole punch.
No, like it would be a specific shape though.
I would say these great ideas, you should go to one of their team meetings and present them, and they'll take them on and decide to do it. That would be my idea. And that's good though, but you guys have some good ideas. Share with that team. That team could use you. You just volunteered yourself. One last thing when it comes to infographics. There are standards and sort of modern rules in place for how these things communicate their message. And so if your marketing team and any team that's doing stuff for their theme, make sure that you do the research on that. And Rebecca might even have some information on that, but I know that like the modern thinking on what you put on a plaque is way different than what I used to interact with as a younger person, or what used to be on plaques even 10 years ago. That there's a layout and a message and a theme. So do some research on that and make sure that our recommended infographics are meeting those standards.
They're on like the Zenda Pictures thing in our Google Drive. There's like the infographics they have now on the trail, like the design that Zenda wants to match. You can look at those.
Yes, there you go. And those have probably been revamped for that modern thinking on infographics.
I think too a good idea for the scavenger hunt, just to keep the motivation to do the whole thing, so that they make their family go all the way around, because little kids will, if they know that there's a prize at the end, they'll scream and cry until they reach how they want to get it. Just like a little button or a pin or something where, you know, they go in the creamery, show that they hit all the marks, and then, you know, they get their prize, which, I mean, usually those are very small value, but to them it's like super cool to get something at the end of it. And then also for some of your passive like activities, You could even just put like that memory game or anything like that. You can even just put like cheap, not plywood, but just like board behind it and put a post on it. And you know, that can be permanent out there all the time. Kids can play with it all the time, you know. Doesn't have to take up a picnic table or anything. So that's another way to just make it even more passive where it just sits there. Especially if it's around something like, you know, a natural play area where it's just more for them to do there.
Yeah, the prize idea is also walking marketing, so.
Cool. We didn't mean to make you step here, but your team and some of your ideas are kind of flowing around.
Yes.
It's really,
That's
you know,
why I
Zenda,
have
this is what Zenda's all
partners.
about. I mean,
Yes.
you know, I know it's a small team and they've got this big project, but it really is ultimately about this is the future, getting people there, those sort of.
Yeah, it's like you guys are making the events and we're trying to, us in marketing are trying to like get people there. So if you have ideas, like actually let us know.
Cool. Anything else? Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm going to call everyone by different names by the end of the semester. All right, last but not least, tower team. Thank you. Comes up, and as far as I know, all the tech's still working. That button that you can't read what it says is the advance arrow.
Okay, am I holding this the right way first?
So it doesn't matter which way you hold it, as long
Okay.
as it's
Okay.
Bluetooth, it's not directional.
Okay, so observation tower update. Recent work. Okay, we're going to visit Zenda on this Sunday, finally. So we finally got that planned out. That's for like about 4 of us are going to go visit and actually like check out the 4 locations that we kind of picked out based on the map. And then the drone visit should be happening within the next week or 2. Hopefully in the next week, but maybe next 2 weeks. We emailed Rebecca to inform her of the visit that we're going to be making on Sunday. And we'll be emailing her again as soon as we know exactly what day people with the drone are going to go out. That's going to be Josh and maybe Robbie. Most of us have gotten Revit downloaded, which will help for making nice and pretty designs. Josh Cirillo met with Olson, which was really helpful in kind of learning some soil stuff. So challenges faced. Planning the visit took a very long time to try and coordinate that. Not everyone's going to be from our team is going to be able to go on the visits, but that's just how things work. We could be waiting till April otherwise to find a weekend when everyone can go. And there's been some difficulties keeping in touch with Professor Backus, just very busy professors. You know, they get like 1,000 emails a day. Upcoming plans. Once we're complete with our visit, that's when we're really going to get into the grinding of the design sketches on Revit. That'll probably be some work-intensive weeks, and then the materials list for each designs. We've already started looking into some basic material costs. We'll just firm those up, and then we'll do a full cost analysis for each design. Other significant info. We got some soil information, and it seems pretty good in the northeastern corner of that southern portion of the property. Questions? Mike?
What's Revit?
It's a software. I don't know too much about it because we all just learned about it. Josh,
I mean, it's sort of, Josh would know more than I would, but it's basically like a CAD program. It's a CAD program, but it's like specifically for construction of simple stuff like this. And it has inbuilt pieces, like there's a ramp builder, it has different wood beams already built into it, it has decking systems built into it, so you don't have to design every little bit of it one dimension at a time.
Has standard boarding information and standard stress and strain information. You know, does it let you know if your design's good or bad? Ultimately, test it does the.
I don't know that much about it yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that far.
Hey, we're doing some engineering here. Guess what? Wow, awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
we'll probably talking about
Some engineering,
on
okay.
that, but- Thomas.
You guys gonna go to Otter Creek too? To see the tower?
Yes, when we go on Sunday, we'll make a stop at Otter Creek to check out the tower there. I forgot to mention that.
Take lots of pictures, document it.
Yes.
And in fact, with an idea that was generated this morning, any of you that have pictures, I know there's a Dropbox, and if you have some stuff to share for pictures that we were taken at the farm or as part of your project, let's get them in the shared drive so that they're accessible to anyone that needs them for, some big picture stuff we're thinking about doing. Other questions? Great, thank you. All right, let's stop this one.